Hey, World Entertainment, and of course, this coming November, we will be getting Predator Badlands, the first Predator movie to hit the big screen since The Predator, which, oh good God. But, of course, the trailer is out there, we've looked at the trailer, all that stuff. We know the controversy around the look of this new Predator, the fact that he looks more human and all this type of stuff, and there's a lot of concerns to be with this character and the look. But Dan Trachtenberg is out there talking again about this, and he's starting to kind of give us more indications of what to expect from this particular Yautja. And there is a new image, and in the image we see our new antagonist. Yes, that is the antagonist of the movie, who does have a name. Now, I'm not sure whether you pronounce it Deke or Deck. I've heard people pronouncing it Deck, so I'm going to go with that, but I'm not sure whether it's actually Deke or Deck. But either way, but the image which you will see in here is Deke or Deck is the one turned to the side, and the bigger one with the sword is his father. So there's no name for that one, at least I haven't seen a name for that one, but he's the father. And judging by the sword and the build of this one, I think he's the one that we see in the trailer with what looks like his arm cut off, while this elder one with the grey dreads is walking up on. So let's have a look at this anyway and see what we get with it. And Dan Trachtenberg, so what Trachtenberg says is interesting, and who he compares this Yautja Deck to is like, okay, this is insane. So here is what he said to Empire magazine. This is only some of what he has said, because you'd never get the full statements and stuff until the issues come out. But this is what he said about this character. So, yes, meet Deck, a Yautja who, by the brutal standards of his tough-as-nails race, is seen as the runt of the litter, Trachtenberg says. Cue a mission to prove himself. The filmmaker puts Deck, played by Demetrius, however you pronounce his second names, in the lineage of stoic outcast heroes like, get this, Conan the Barbarian and Mad Max, saying, he's a thing of few words, pretty blunt, he cuts straight to the point, literally and figuratively. Since that's Deck's father, who is the one in the picture with him, wielding that weapon in our exclusive image above, you can guess how our protagonist has ended up that way. We're guessing there's not a lot of nurture in this particular Yautja family. And that is the thing. So then we're also hearing Trachtenberg, he continued saying, like, that feels a big idea, not just within Predator, but in sci-fi generally. In most sci-fi universes, the creatures are either bad guys or sidekicks. In Badlands, it's, what if we were with the creature on this crazy mission to prove itself, seeing everything through its eyes? And he adds, after Prey, I had 3 ideas. One was Killer of Killers, one was Badlands, and one I haven't done yet. So there are other awesome ideas and time periods it'd be exciting to explore. And all that's been part of our discussion for what's next. So regarding what's next, rumours offer Trachtenberg is building a new Alien vs Predator universe, something the leaked Comic-Con poster hints at. I don't know why they think the poster hints at it, just because you see, oh my god, Ella Fanning's an android in it. We know she was an android before the poster. Do you know how? Because we saw the eyes with the Weyland-Yutani symbol on it in the bloody trailer. However, we do have now an update. Dan Trachtenberg confirms Predator Badlands' connection to Alien. So this says, ever since the first teaser trailer for Predator Badlands aired, fans have been restless in discussing all of the details they've noticed while watching the short tease of what's to come. It is safe to say that probably the biggest surprise for everyone was the Weyland-Yutani logo that appeared in Tia's eyes, played by Ella Fanning. The logo is also visible on the shoulder patch Fanning wears in one of the scenes, as well as it being plastered on destroyed construction equipment, along with some severed synthetic limbs with the all too familiar white blood leaking out. For more of the Predator Badlands teaser trailer breakdown, blah blah blah, that's in this article. In a recent preview by Empire Online of their upcoming Empire magazine release, they show us a glimpse of the interview they had with Dan Trachtenberg, which is where we just got all the other stuff about Deck, about his upcoming film. The article starts with confirming that Elle Fanning is playing two characters, which is what we've been saying for quite a while, meant to be twin sisters. That was the original rumor, was twin sisters. Now it turns out they're twin androids. There's a twist though, which I won't spoil unless this spoil. If this comes up to spoilers, I'll let you know. I'll skip over it actually. So they're saying where they don't name the other one, but which we know from the leaked casting calls that the other character is her twin sister Tessa. Regarding the fact that Elle Fanning is a Weyland-Yutani synthetic, Trachtenberg explains how he came up with the idea, saying, "I always wanted no humans in this movie, so I thought it might be fun to have the Predator with a robot. Then I thought, I know a company that makes robots." That does raise the question then, are the people holding the guns in the teaser trailer human? Or is every human-looking character a Weyland-Yutani synthetic in this film? Further, the director elaborated, Deck and Tia will make for fun. Mismatched pairing. One talkative, one laconic. As exciting and violent as this movie is, the character stuff really pops too. That right there is not saying whether every character in this thing is android or human, but that is him confirming that the connection to Alien is simply because he didn't want to have a human character in here. Now, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the idea of a Predator working alongside a synthetic to gain his honor in the eyes of his clan. How exactly does that work? Especially if it needs help. Makes no real sense to me. I'll be honest with you, the more I'm starting to hear about this movie, the more concerned I'm getting about it. And the image of Deck from the side, one of the things that we've never seen on the Predator is he has an ear. And it's like, okay, that's weird. The whole head, of course, he's trying to make it look more human. God only knows why he wants the thing to look more human. He said something about, I want more facial expression. That's a retarded answer. Flat out, that's a retarded, stupid answer. But the reason you can see the ear and the dreads are like tied back and stuff shows you that he didn't actually understand that the dreadlocks are not actually hair. They are actually like almost like whiskers for a cat. They're pretty much these things that sense stuff and stuff like that. There is a big explanation on those yokes. They're not dreadlock. It's not hair, but he's treating it in these movies, including Killer of Killers, like it's hair. Because we had the bald one in Killer of Killers. Like, it's not hair. So, I don't know why he's doing that decision. The father one, even though it still has more of a human style of forehead, and again, the dreads are very styled in a human hairstyle away, he does look slightly better than Deck. Now, of course, he's a bit blurry in the background, but he looks like he's got the build and the size and stuff, but we just don't know what we're going to get with this movie. I personally don't like the idea of following a Predator and having the Predator as the hero. It's like, okay, why? I don't know. I hate when they do these team-up crap. I didn't like it when it happened in the first AVP. So, whatever you feel about that movie, as soon as that Predator teams up with the woman, you're like, oh god, why would it team up with this person? The Predator tried to do the thing of, oh look, the Predator's bringing humans the Iron Man suit to fight other Predators, and yet it still tries to kill the humans that it's brought the bloody suit to. It's like, okay, that part didn't make sense, and now we're getting it again. I'm starting to worry about Dan Trachtenberg being in charge of Predator. If this thing fails, and I have a sneaking suspicion it's gonna fail at the box office. It might just about scrape by, kind of like Romulus did, where it didn't smash box office records or anything like that, but it, you know, it made money, but only barely. I just don't know whether this thing can do it, you know, with so much criticism over the look of the Predator. It's going to be very interesting to see what actually happens with this movie. But overall, there you go. He has confirmed that it is pretty much has the alien connection, and that he's comparing this Predator, our antagonist, to, of all things, Conan the Barbarian and Mad Max. Bet you never thought you'd hear those names being linked to how a predator is meant to act and you're meant to feel about it. Weird, right? Oh, I wonder if the Predator gets asked what's best in life. We can only hope. So, with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.